Good morning, student. I hope you're fine. And we are meeting after a long time. We are meeting after a summer vacation. So I hope you all must have enjoyed your summer vacation. Now, student, I've decided to teach you chapter number 7 from your supplementary reader. That is, It So Happened. So I'm going to teach you chapter number 7, The Open Window. And please listen carefully that who is the author of this lesson, and I will be explaining you some new words, some difficult expression, and of course I will be starting with the author and the background, then the explanation, and the lesson will be concluded after discussing textual question and some other important long question and answer. Because I've seen from your homework that you find very difficult when you write long question and answer. So I will be telling you that how we have to write long questions when it will come in the examination. So let's begin, student. Let's begin this lesson. Now, so this lesson is The Open Window, and the author of this lesson is H. Munro. Now, many people think that this lesson is truly a mystery story. It shows the fertile imagination of a young girl. She plays a practical joke on Mr. Frampton, and who is suffering from some nervous problem. He is suffering from some depression, from some time of some problem he is having with his nervousness, and she plays a practical joke on Mr. Frampton and tells a cooked up story. That means cooked up story, that means she has framed a story. Poor Frampton falls a prey to her prank and run out of the house hurriedly. Now children, in this lesson, one figure of speech is also discussed here. And the name of the figure of speech is irony. So first let me explain you what is an irony, and then only you will be able to understand this lesson in a better manner. So what is an irony? Irony is a figure of speech. It refers to the contrast between what is intended or expected and what actually occurs. The open window has irony of situation. That means what you really expect and what really happens to you. And the open window has irony of situation, like Mr. Poor Frampton. He goes to a countryside for rest and relief from his nervousness, but instead he is played a joke by Mrs. Sampleton niece, and he suddenly rushes out from there. He runs from there. He mistakes Mrs. Sampleton's husband and brother as their ghost. So he went to have a peace of mind, but he came with a restless mind. So this happened in the story. So here I'm going to read the story, but before reading the story, you can see 3 points are written here. So let's start reading first this. Now, we will start with the first point. What is written there? Frampton Nuttall has bad nerves. That means he is suffering from some diseases related with nervousness. Then he retires to the country for cure and calls on a family friend. Now he goes to the countryside and where his parents used to live, and there he had got a lot of family friend, and he decided that they will help him in curing his disease. Now, third point, the lady being busy upstairs, her young niece refers to a family mishap which focus on the open window. Now, children, Mr. Frampton Nuttall, he wanted to go and visit Mrs. Sapleton, one of his family friends, whom his sister had already discussed with him. So he went there, but she was busy upstairs, and she sent her niece that just look and entertain him, and after some time she would also join him. But here this girl, she play a prank, and poor Mr. Frampton, he runs out from the house as if he had really seen a ghost. So these 3 points are very important. I will discuss with you. Now I will be telling you about the lesson. Well, I will be reading it and explaining it. So you can see it, student. My aunt will be down presently, Mr. Nuttall said a very self-possessed young lady of 50. Now, Mrs. Sapleton, she was upstairs, and in the meantime she had sent her niece downstairs to entertain Mr. Nuttall, and told her that just tell him that she will be coming after few minutes. Now this young lady, her niece, she is 15 years old girl, and she is a very self-possessed means that means she is full of calm and confident. She is having a full of calmness and confidence in her face. Now, in the meantime, you must try and put up with me. Now she is telling that just go to him, talk to him. In the meantime, she will also join. Frampton Nuttall endeavoured to say something which should duly flatter the niece of the moment without unduly discounting the aunt that was to come. Now, Mr. Frampton, he just wanted to tell something. Here, endeavored means tried. Endeavored means tried. He tried to say something which should duly, okay, which should duly flatter the needs of the moment without uncome. Now discounting is considering unimportant. Now Mr. Frampton, he wanted to tell something to her, and privately he doubled more than ever whether this form of a succession of total strangers would do much towards helping the nerve cure which he was supposed to be undergoing. Now Mr. Nuttall also thought, I am visiting to so many people who are really a stranger to me. So is this really help him in curing his nervous disease, which is related with some nervousness, and which he was supposed to be undergoing as per the doctor advised him. They told him to go to somewhere where you will be getting relaxed. So that was the reason he came to his countryside, and he thought he would be talking to some of his friends, some of his family friends, and there he will be relaxed by talking them, and in this way he would be cured. I know how it will be, his sister had said when he was preparing to migrate to the rural retreat. Now, rural retreat means a safe place in the countryside. Well, of course, countryside is much safer than the city. So her sister, she knew that he is going to a safe place, but at the same time she is thinking that how much it will help you to cure you. This she is not aware. I know how it will be, his sister had said when he was preparing to migrate to this rural retreat. You will bury yourself down there and not speak to a living soul, and your nerves will be worse than ever from mopping. Mopping means feeling unhappy and pitying oneself. So he told that you will bury yourself down, that means you will get lost and you will feel unhappy, and maybe you will feel pity on yourself. So this was shared by his sister when he was leaving for his home, when he was leaving for his countryside. Well, let's see what happened. So his sister told him that when he was preparing to migrate means to move from one place to another. She told you will bury yourself down there and not speak to a living soul. She knew his nature. His brother was not able to speak much. He was a bit shy, also introvert person, and your nerves will be worse than ever from mopping. Mopping means feeling unhappy and pitying oneself. So she told him that I shall just give you letters of introduction to all the people I know there. Now at the same time she told that I will be giving to you some letters of introduction to whom I know there. Some of them, as far as I can remember, were quite nice. Now she told some of the people are quite nice there who might help you in curing your disease. Well, Frampton wondered whether Mrs. Sappleton, the lady to whom he was presenting one of the letters of introduction, came into the nice division. Now, children, Mr. Frampton Nuttall, he bought that letter of introduction to this lady also. He was wondering whether he came into a nice division or not. Now, do you know many of the people round here? Asked the niece when she judged that they had sufficient silent communion. Now, children, when he went to the house, when the niece greeted him, so for the few minutes they were quite silent. Silent communion is being quiet. Hardly a soul, said Frampton. My sister was staying here some 4 years ago and she gave me letter of introduction to some of the people here. Now, when she was asked by the niece that do you know many of the people around here? So what he replied? He replied that I don't know anybody here. My sister was staying here some 4 years ago and she gave me letters of introduction to some of the people here. He made the last statement in a tone of distinct regret. Okay, so the last word he spoke in some tone as if it was looking as if he was regretting himself. Well, then what happened? He made the last statement in a tone of distinct regret. Then you know practically nothing about my aunt, pursued the self-possessed young lady. Now, children, this young girl, she was a bit, what to say, a bit talkative, so she started asking something to him, and finally she gave her decision. That means he knew nothing about her aunt, only her name and address. Poor fellow, he was such a simple hearted person. He only told that I know only by her name and by this address, admitted the caller. He was wondering whether Mrs. Appleton was in the married or widowed state. Now, children, he was not even aware that whether she was married or she was widowed. An undefinable something about the room seemed to suggest masculine habitation. Now, children, when he saw here and there, he felt that some male persons are also here. They are also living. Well, and when he was looking on masculine habitation is also attached with this place, then suddenly this girl, this niece Vera, she told him her great tragedy happened just 3 years ago. Now, children, she started framing a story. She told her great tragedy happened just 3 years ago, said the child. That would be since your sister time. Now, she told ki when 3 years was away, your sister might be here. By this time, the great tragedy happened with my aunt. Her tragedy, asked Frampton. Somehow in this restful country, spot tragedy seemed out of place. Now he was not able to believe because this was a place where very less tragedy happened. So he told, you may wonder why we keep that window wide open on an October afternoon. Now this girl, she started telling him that you must be wondering that why we keep that window open on this afternoon, said the niece. It indicating a large French windows that opened onto a lawn. It is quite warm for the time of the year, said Frampton. Now Frampton told him maybe it is a bit warm at this time of the year. But has that window got anything to do with the tragedy? Now he also asked, but what do you want to tell? Is this window has got anything to do with the tragedy? Now, out through that window 3 years ago, to a day, her husband and her two young brothers went off for their day shooting. Now, Vera started telling him that 3 years ago, her husband and her two young brothers went off for their day shooting. Came back. In crossing the moor to their favorite shooting ground, they were all three engulfed in a treacherous piece of bog. Bog means wet land, spongy ground, where one can sink also. Okay. And moor is the grassland. So in crossing the moor to their favorite shooting ground, they were all three engulfed in a treacherous piece of bog. Treacherous is dangerous. Okay, so when they were crossing that grassland, these three engulfed in a treacherous piece of bog. Bog is a wet and spongy ground. Engulfment, sank. They all sank. SANK. Okay. It had been that dreadful wet summer, and places that were safe in other years gave way suddenly without warning. Now, she further continued that without giving any warning for danger, they were not safe there, and finally they all died. They all sank in that place. Their bodies were never recovered. She also told that their bodies was also not recovered. The three were never recovered. That was a dreadful part of it. Here the child voice lost its self-possessed note and became flutteringly means shaky, haltingly. Now she has lost as if her confidence and became flutteringly. That means her voice became shaky. Poor aunt. Always think that they will come back someday. Now from that day her aunt is waiting and she thinks that they will return after some day. And the little brown spaniel. Spaniel, children, is a variety of dog. It's a small brown dog that was also with them. That means that was also lost with them, and walked in at that window just as they used to do. And even the dog used to walk with them through that window. He used to come and go. That is why the window is kept open every evening till it is quite dusk. And that is the reason her aunt keeps on opening the window till it is quite dusk. Poor dear aunt. She has often told me how they went out, her husband with his white waterproof coat over his arm. And she told that her aunts keep on telling her that her husband with his white waterproof coat over his arms, and Ronnie, her youngest brother, singing Bertie, why do you bound? And her younger brother, that means her husband, he is having waterproof coat over his arm, and Ronnie, her youngest brother, singing Bertie, why do you bound? As he always did to tease her, because she said it got on her nerves. Do you know something? On still quiet evenings like this, I almost get a creepy feeling that they will all walk in through that window. Now, children, she further told that even she is having this feeling that one day they will all walk in their door. Okay, now, children, we are having only 3 questions to discuss from this comprehension check. All right, so we will discuss only this 3 questions, and then we will further, I will be explaining you the lesson. So our first question is why had Frampton Nuttall came to the rural retreat? So children, what answer are you going to give? Have you thought of that? So Frampton Nuttall was suffering from some nervous disorder, and that's why he had decided to spend a few days in his village, and so that he could have rest and relax. He could relax also in peace, and he could have some rest of the mind. Why had his sister given him letters of introduction to people living there? Now the second question is, his sister has given him letters of introduction to people living there. So why she had done that? Sister knew that Frampton would meet very few people in the countryside. He would feel lonely and bored. His condition could grow worse. So she gave him letters of introduction to all people she knew there. One was addressed to Mrs. Sappleton. Now the third one. What had happened in the Sappleton family as narrated by the niece? Now children, the niece played a practical joke on Sappleton. When she came to know that he was a total stranger, she said that her aunt's husband, 2 brothers, and a dog had gone for hunting through the window 3 years ago. They never returned, but the aunt was still hoping to see them back through that open window. So these are the 3 questions which I have discussed with you, and you have to write it in your classwork copy. Now children, I am going to explain the other portion of the book of this lesson. Now we have come to part 2 of this lesson. Mrs. Sappleton comes down. Finally, children, she also come down. Mrs. Sappleton comes down at last and inadvertently confirms her niece's story. Now she comes down and she comes down at last and inadvertently confirms her niece's story. Now children, Mrs. Sappleton, she was not actually was able to hear everything. She could only hear few things, like her husband, he had gone for this to shoot some of the animal, all this thing. So what she told, when she came down since she was not able to hear everything, so she told him, yes, my this Veera, she is telling exactly what had happened. So due to this reason, he started believing that the tragedy happened when this has happened before 3 years ago. Frampton tries to acquaint his host with the nature of his ailment. Now, children, well, what happened with the Frampton? He started telling her, he was telling her about her illness. He started sharing her about her illness, and he told what were the elements. Okay, that means an infirmities, that is physical weakness, what he was suffering. He had told everything to Mrs. Sappleton. Through the open window, he can see things that worsen his nerves. Now, children, as he was telling, he saw three figures coming from that window, and which instead of relaxing, the situation became worse, and he ran from that house. So let's start reading. She broke off with a little shudder. Okay, shudder means fear. Broke off means became quiet. That means she became quiet with a little shudder. Relief to Frampton when the aunt bustled into the room with a world of apologies for being late in making her appearance. So it was a relief to Frampton when the aunt bustled into the room with a world of apologies for being late in making her appearance. Now, children, in the meantime, Mrs. Sappleton also came, and she has apologized for being late in making her appearance. And finally, she asked, I hope Veera has been amusing you, she said. She has been very interesting, said Frampton. Okay, so she told that Veera must be entertaining you by her talk. So he told that she has been very interesting. I hope you don't mind the open window, said Mrs. Sappleton. Mrs. Sappleton told that I hope you don't mind the open window, said Mrs. Sappleton briskly. My husband and brothers will be home directly from shooting. She told me my husband will be coming. They often goes for shooting, and now they will be returning, and they always come in this way. She also told that they come from through this window. They've been out for snipe in the marshes today. Now she told that they have been out for snipe. Okay, and marshes means wetland, and they must be coming. I hope you don't mind the open window, said Mrs. Sappleton briskly. My husband and brothers will be home directly from shooting, and they always come in this way. They have been out for snipe in the marshes today, so they will make a fine mess over my poor carpet. So, like human folk, isn't it? Now, children, she was telling an ordinary thing. She was not aware what Veera had told to her. So, she was telling when they will come back, they will be spoiling her carpet because they will be coming through window. She is blaming all the men folk are like that. They never care. They will make the carpet, poor carpet. They will be a fine mess over her carpets. She rattled on cheerfully about the shooting and the scarcity of birds and the prospect for ducks in the winter. Now, children, at the same time, she started discussing about the shortage of birds. Okay, prospect means chances, and there is very less chances of birds nowadays. Okay, and she told that rattled on cheerfully about the shooting and the scarcity of birds and the prospect for ducks in the winter. Prospect means chances. Now she told in the winter there is more chances of getting and shooting ducks. To Frampton, it was purely horrible. Now when Frampton heard all this thing, he became frightened. He was not aware what aunt is going to tell her, why she is telling all this about a person who has already died 3 years ago. Now what really happened to her, what happened to Mr. Nuttall, this I will explain in my next video. So please wait and do the reading of the tomorrow. I will explain the rest of the part. Thank you so much, and learn the important new words which were discussed.